Hi everyone, I'm Amanda, and on this episode I'm going to show you how to create a form in your Google Drive. So a form would be used to collect information from users. It could be in the form of a test or a quiz with questions, or you could be sending out a survey or an invite to a party. Anything that you might require a response to, you could use a form for. So I'm going to click on this button right up top here that says create, and I'm going to choose form. And the first thing it's going to ask me to do is title my form. So I'm going to call this YouTube questions. And the next thing is to choose a theme. So you can see they have a couple of different themes for you to choose from. And I'm going to choose the header with the blue and then click on OK. So my title shows up right up top here. I can put a description about this. So I'm just going to say, please answer these quick questions regarding your viewing experience of my YouTube videos. Thanks. So we're going to go into the question section here. They have a question started off for us, which is multiple choice. So I'm going to title this question. The first question will be, did you like watching my videos? I can add some help text if I'd like to. And I don't have to stick with multiple choice. I can change this. So I'm going to pull this drop down and I'm going to make it a checkbox. So my first option is going to be yes, I did. My second option would be no, I didn't. I can add more options if I'd like, or add an other section. What I'm going to do is require that they answer this question and click on done. So I've added my first question to my form. I'm going to come right here to this button that says add item, pull the drop down, and the next question I'm going to be entering is going to be text. So when I do so, I get the same options that I did before. I'm going to put in my question title. What was your favorite video to watch? And because it's text, they're going to put in a text box right here so the user can just type in their answer. Again, I'm going to require that they answer this question. And you'll notice as we go through the questions, you've got 3 boxes on your right. The first box is to edit, so I can edit a question if I want to go back and change anything. I can duplicate this question to make copies of the same question, or I can delete this question. So I'm going to click on done to finish question number 2. And I'm going to add one more question, question number 3, and this is going to be a multiple choice. And my question is going to be, what grade do you teach? And so I'm going to put in my first option, K to 3. My second option will be 4 to 5. My third option will be 6 to 8. My last option will be 9 through 12. Okay, I'm going to add an other section, so if they teach multiple grades, they can let me know here. I'm also going to require this question and click on done. Now, since I'm only having 3 questions to this form, I don't need to click on add item anymore. In this section below here, this is our confirmation page. So this is related to what the user sees after they answer your questions. So you can type in a response. After they fill out your questions, they will see your response has been recorded. So I'm going to add, I appreciate your feedback. Thanks. And there's some options here. Show link to submit another response. So this means if they wanted to answer the questions again, they can. I'm going to uncheck this. I only want one response from each user. Publish and show a link to the results of this form means that after they insert their answers, they can see what everyone else has submitted. I'm not going to publish mine because these answers would be only for myself. And then the final option is to allow responders to edit their responses after they've submitted it. So if this was a quiz and you wanted to have the students go back and change their answers because they realized something was wrong, you could check this. I'm not going to check any of those, so I'm just going to click on Send Form. So the final steps are, I have a link to share my form. So with this link, you can see I can share it via Google+, Facebook, or Twitter. I can also embed this coding on my website, or I can copy this link and I can paste it in an email to anyone I'd like to reach out to. I can also send this form via email, just like you can do with all of your other Google Docs. And lastly, we can add collaborators. So if you wanted someone to be able to work on this form with you or to see the results, you can add collaborators. So I'm just going to copy this link and click on Done. So finally, we have to choose what will happen with our responses. So I'm going to choose to have a new spreadsheet created. It will name it the title of my quiz. So what this means is as people respond to my quiz, the responses will come right into my Google Drive via a Excel spreadsheet. I could do a new sheet in an existing spreadsheet if I had a spreadsheet already. And if I wanted to, I could always create a new spreadsheet, so it wouldn't even put it into one that I have. I'm going to create, and you'll see that it's setting up the spreadsheet for me. And I'm all done. So now I can view my live form. You'll see this is what we set up through this video. And anybody who answers these questions, I will get an Excel spreadsheet with their answers. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson on creating a form in Google Docs. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them underneath the video. Thank you so much.